Hello, Mississippi. Hello, Neshoba County Fair. It's good to see y'all. How y'all doing? How's your mom and them? We've come to talk to you today about this race called Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce. You're going to hire a new Commissioner of Agriculture on November the 6th. And I've come to apply for the job. This current commissioner that's in office today, his term will expire December 31st.
Hey!
And you will select a new commissioner in this upcoming election process. And I'm coming to ask you to consider our candidacy for Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce for Mississippi. A lot of people, as I've traveled across this state, have asked me to talk about the failures of the current administration, about the beef plant failure, about the closed farmers market, about his position against our state flag, and the list goes on. But I've not come here today to talk to you about those things. I've come to talk to you about the positive issues of this campaign and about my ability to provide a change in leadership which we think we so badly need. It concerns me greatly that in just 12 short years, this office could come from one of the highest visibilities in the state, the most powerful, arguably the most powerful elected politician in the history of Mississippi, to the current state of affairs we find ourselves in today. And what has caused that? We need to look at that situation, and we need to make a change in leadership for agriculture and commerce. Governor Haley Barber told us 4 years ago in the campaign that Mississippi can do better. He preached that all across this state. And I was campaigning along with him and behind him in a lot of places. And I agreed with him then, I agree with him now. And under his leadership and those strong elected leaders we have in government today, thankfully Mississippi is doing much better. But we failed to make the change in leadership in agriculture, and we're paying for it now. Our industry has fallen from a place of high regard to one where you see people talking now in the media and other places about closing the Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce office and moving those responsibilities to other agencies, or to making that office an appointed position and taking the right from the Mississippi voters away from selecting their own Commissioner of Agriculture. I agree we need to make some changes, but that's not the kind of changes I think we need to make. Let me tell you just a little bit about who Max Phillips is. Some of you know me from previous associations. I was the Republican nominee 4 years ago, and I thank you for that high honor. I was born and raised on a small farm in Pleasant Ridge, that's just north of Ellisville, Mississippi. My parents were hard-working, Christian, God-fearing people. I was able to get an education in the public schools in this state, work my way through college. I have a bachelor's degree in agricultural education from Mississippi State University. I was able to go back and complete a master's at Mississippi State. But I obtained my PhD between the handles of my daddy's postal digger. He taught us early on the value of hard work and honesty, and that is something that I abide by today. Nothing is worth having if it's not worth working for. My wife, the former Susie C., and I live in Taylorsville now. We make our home there, have our business there. We're in church there in the First Baptist Church. I retired as a school teacher. She still teaches school there. I'm a husband, a father. My son, Nathan, is here today. He's a pastor in Vicksburg, Mississippi. I'm a grandfather. I have 4 all-boy grandsons. I'm a Christian. I'm a conservative. And I'm concerned about the state of affairs in Mississippi as it relates to agriculture and commerce. There's some very important issues that this office affects that you need to be concerned about with me. Food safety is one of the #1 issues in this state today. And I see some signs around that deal with the issue of imported food. Mississippi has the ability to be an exporter of food products to the world. we have an abundance of God-given resources which lend themselves to the production of food and fiber for human consumption. And yet, we have become an importing state. We're depending on third world countries to feed us. And we're importing food in for our families, for your children and your grandparents to eat, and we don't know what it contains. It's already been proven that it contains harmful, sometimes cancer-causing substances. The Office of Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce can be largely responsible for protecting the quality and the safety of your food supply. One of the first things we're going to work on very quickly when you elect me Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce. Economic development through agriculture. Something we have talked about in previous campaigns. We've made campaign promises to do, but we've not yet done that. My commitment to you today is we will seize every value-added opportunity for agriculture that is possibly available to us in this state when I'm Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce. In increasing our agriculture productive system, we must become better stewards of the natural resources God has given us to be stewards over. I'm very concerned about what has happened to the purity and quality of our fresh water supply. We will address that very quickly when I become Commissioner. We have to deal with restoring the integrity of the office which I seek. Honesty and accountability and integrity are characteristics that are synonymous with the Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce. We've lost that in this current administration, and I pledge to you today that I will be the leader to restore honesty, integrity, and accountability to this very important office. We need to make some changes. We don't need to change the commission. We need to change the commissioner. To do that, I'm going to have to ask you to join with us in this challenge, the challenge in this campaign. Join forces with us to help move Mississippi forward through this very important office. I'm going to ask you if you agree with us that Mississippi can do better and that you, as the taxpaying citizens of this state, deserve better responsibility and more accountability from the way your tax funds are used in this industry, that you help me make a change. I'm the leader that can bring change to this office, but to do that, I need your help. I need your support. I need your prayers. I need you to ask your neighbors and friends and family to join in this campaign to help make these changes possible. I've been called several things in this campaign. I've heard that I've been called the lightweight. That sounds pretty good, said. Never been called a lightweight in my life, but when it comes to political campaign, I guess I am. I've been called the underdog. Let me tell you about this underdog. It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog. And this dog is... Several people, several groups, several things have happened in this campaign that continually keep us energized. As you may well know, we're the underfunded candidate. That's why they call us the underdog. We don't have the money that our opponent has. We don't have the money that these other candidates in these other state and local races have. But do you know what we do have? We have people. We have friends and family and citizens of Mississippi that believe with us that there needs to be a change in this important race. And I'd rather have the friendship and the support of people than I have the dollars of the special interest groups and the big money groups in my pocket for this campaign. August the 7th, the biggest day in this campaign for us. You'll select the Republican nominee. You gave me that honor 4 years ago. My opponent is the incumbent who was reelected as the Democrat 4 years ago. He's in his third term. We think it's time to make a change. I know Mississippi can do